Most brand owners believe that creating emails is complicated, takes a lot of time, you need a graphic designer and an expert, but what if that wasn't the case? Some of our best performing emails are the most straightforward emails ever. And what if I told you creating an email would be as easy as creating a paid ad? If you are running paid ads, it's even easier because you already have a variety of ads you know that work and a variety of ads that don't work. You can simply recreate these paid ads into winning emails. Let me explain. In 2021, there was a winning ad format that you kind of see pop around this time as well of the graphic designer is on the vacation and like, please buy our product. This was an ad that worked well for a couple of the brands we were working with, and we decided to recreate it for an email campaign during Q4. Why? Because these email campaigns and those ads, they follow the same principles of conversion. This type of an ad is a pattern interrupt, and if people stop on it via Facebook or Instagram, they're most likely going to stop and watch this ad as well via emails. That's exactly what we did. Another version of this is the 5 reasons why email or advertorial. This is something almost no email marketers do. I think we're one of the only ones who do it now. But these types of listicles convert extremely well. They focus on targeting the people who are not necessarily aware of the entire problem they're having and the product that can solve it. So we can convert those non-buyers, handle their concerns with these types of pages. And again, this is shockingly straightforward. If you've written a 5 reasons why listicle page, you can basically build this out as well. Now, in order to get this done, there's a couple of ways you can do it. One of which being you can look at your own ads that are doing very well. The best performing ads, the ads that you've been running for the longest, the ads with the best ROAS and best profitability, and turn them into paid ads. Another way, and something else I like to do, is to use tools like Foreplay. On Foreplay, you can find different creatives for a bunch of companies out there. I've actually created a board for this video with a couple of ads that I found. And when I'm searching for winning ads, a couple of things I'm looking at, one of which being for how long has this ad been running. Typically, if it's under 30 days, it wasn't a great ad, and if it's over 30 days, it has done well. Yeah, there's videos, images, you can recreate them. For example, the perfect hearing aids don't exist. This one can be recreated for, let's say, clothing as well. The perfect t-shirt doesn't exist. And then you can use the same format that was used in the ad. The format matters, the way it's being stylized. You can just use this as a header. That's one of the options. Here's another example from Audio and Hearing. The one I will be focusing on in this video, and I'll be showing you how I'm recreating this myself, is going to be this example. Based Balm ad talking about skincare you can eat. No endocrine disruptors, just absurd radiance. I haven't worked on this email at all. The only thing I've done for preparation is just take the images and product pictures of our client Evil Goods, added the font, and just added an email design kind of blank file. For those of you wondering what tool I'm using Figma, but everything I'm going to show to you is also possible in Canva or any other tool. What I'm going to start off with is picking an email template. So we've prepared a bunch of email templates for people to use and just write in their own emails and fill them in. They're available both in Canva and Figma. But I'll start off with the Figma ones. So I already have an idea for the type of an email I want to take. I'll probably go with this one. The reason why is because we have these arrows and we can showcase the benefits or the ingredients used in the product. And I already have an idea for how we could recreate this creative. So what I'm going to do, I'm just quickly going to take a screenshot. And I'm going to add it next to the email design just so I don't have to go back to Foreplay all the time. Then I'll go take the template. I will add it right next to the email we're creating too. just so we can take some of the elements we want and eliminate elements we don't necessarily want, because the fonts are different, so on and so forth. So the first thing I'll do, I'll just move over the header section. In this case, I'm not going to be using the logo for, I'm not going to be using the logo at the top, because the way we set up emails, we already have it, so that's not necessary in our case. Then what I'm going to do is, right now I'm just pairing everything. I'm going to take this element, I'll pick the color that is the color we use for the brand over there. Looks good. And then we can start working on the email. So first things first, in terms of the copy and the angle, the main angle is skincare you can eat. From the style we write for Evil Goods, we do focus on something that's a bit more aggressive from a copywriting perspective. So something I would like to start off with is kind of end with the skincare you can eat, and have it more as an ending. That's potentially one of the options. Literally, what you could even do is just take this entire heading and have it at the top of the email if we had to do it for Based Balm. And then here at the bottom, you can include a couple of testimonials, and that would be the entire email itself. But I'll just recreate this for Evil Goods a little bit differently. So let me just drag this in here. All right, I will start off with changing the text. So what I'm just doing here, I'm just moving stuff around just to create, what I want to start off with is just creating the headline and the subheadline just as the main hook of the email. So at first we focus on the main hook, which is skincare you can eat. Then theoretically, you could copy this text if it was for the same brand, but in this case, I don't want to make it into a copy. This angle, skincare you can eat, Based Balm isn't the unique creator of this. This is actually from a different TikTok. I think it was the surfer guy that talks about natural stuff. He was eating beef tallow, and that's where it went viral. So you can recreate that. If it worked on Instagram ads, it's going to work in emails too. It's pretty straightforward. And it also makes those emails a lot more interesting because a lot of the other brands, they just focus on just discounts and sales and just all of that stuff, instead of creating emails that people want to open and are interested in opening. And that's what we can do when we think in angles, when we utilize this type of stuff that works. Yeah. All right, so here I'm writing the text. I just wrote out something that basically the idea for this email is we have the main hook, skincare you can eat, and then the interest side of things is stop poisoning your body, stop poisoning the biggest organ on your body with toxic moisturizers. Switch to 100% natural. Okay, so I've written kind of like the heading of the email. Skincare you can eat, stop poisoning the biggest organ of your body with toxic moisturizers that include petroleum, parabens, menthol, and other toxic shit. The idea is like, yeah, we talk about the competitors, we bash them with the lower quality ingredients they have in their skin, and then we can basically position our products here later. There's a bunch of stuff that we can see in this email. I will move some of this around. I'll actually delete this. I will take our product. I will put it in there. Make it smaller. Make it fit. There you go. Then we have this vector, which we can either turn. I'll just check the colors. Turn to gray or maybe even yellow. Would it work? Yeah, this looks interesting. I believe this looks interesting. Okay. All right, I'm just moving some of the elements around to make this work. So I'm just experimenting with the layout of this email. Let's say 30. Switch to skincare you can eat. I think this looks pretty good. So we're using one of the fonts for headlines, subheadlines. and the other one for the regular text. Switch to beef tallow. I don't think it looks good if it's not. Okay, so you can see we have this hook, we have this text. This could even be an ad copy for an ad that you're launching in or you have launched. So you can see how relatively simple this is. We have written a part of the email. Now, the other part I like in this ad example is showcasing the ingredients. Now, this product has more ingredients than the product that we previously saw. So I will just take I'll just take these and edit them out a little bit. I'll delete elements that I don't need and just leave myself with the interesting stuff. So we can insert the ingredients, beef tallow, Masuka. That's the guy from Dexter, not an ingredient in beef tallow. My bad. Manuka honey. Oops, accidentally closed the tab. Anyways, let's go back. All right, so we have this set up. There is some touch-up that I do want to do here. I'll just add the correct names to each one of the arrows, and then I can move them around and make them look a bit more clean. If this is an actual email we would be sending out, I don't include this video editor. I would probably rearrange them from importance, starting from beef tallow, going to beef tallow, Manuka honey. I'll just change beef tallow and vitamin E in place. So they're kind of ranked by importance. Something we can also do just to spice this up and make it a bit more interesting in terms of the visuals is by using this tool, we can also create some arrows. So yeah, we could do this for each one of the arrows just to make them a bit more interesting. I'm not going to do it right now because, yeah, I don't want to work on all the details, and I will just revert it to the old arrow that we previously had. I mean, yeah, for a simple email for this tutorial, it's good enough. Then last but not least, we have this email set up. The only thing we need to do now is add a CTA button. We already have the CTA button, which I'm going to edit. I'm actually going to leave it as is. I quite like the aesthetic of it. I'm only going to add it higher. Now, I am no graphic designer, but there you go. We have created a pretty simple email that we can implement. I will just cut this off. We can leave the there over there. Fairly straightforward. I have created a very simple email that kind of follows this type of a ad and the ad angle. Didn't take me that long overall. With everything I've said, it took 30 minutes. And again, keep in mind, I don't have any graphic design knowledge. I created this email on a whim. I just had notes with these ingredients and these parabens, menthol, and yeah, petroleum, just so I would remember those for the copy. But besides that, you can see how easy it is to create these kinds of emails, especially if you follow this strategy. Now, I've explained to you how email creation is not rocket science and how you can easily create them on your own. But if that is not enough and you still want some more details, more information, I've put together a cheat sheet where you can see each of these principles combined, plus one email campaign template that you can utilize for yourself for free. The same Figma or Canva file that we showed to you earlier, you can get this template for you for free, so you can utilize it. All you have to do is DM me on Instagram easy mode. So just video editor will put it on the screen. DM me easy mode and I'll send that to you. My Instagram link is in the bio. Click there and I'll see you there. Take care.